Astrology time, and today is Monday. It is the 10th of August. Here we go. All right, so the moon is void of course all day long. Okay, this is going to be interesting, right? Because our moon is in Cancer. And this gives us plenty of time to get ready for the events of the 12th. Remember, Cancer is the moon's own sign. So the void of course moon helps us key into our intuition and emotionally grounds us before Mars enters the house of the moon. All right, so then Mars will enter that tomorrow, right around 4 something in the morning. All right, early wee hours of the morning tomorrow. Now, today's going to brings in the sparkling, effervescent energy to all things that are public facing. Okay, maybe this. Who knows? I don't know if I look effervescent or not, but however. All right, so things are moving in ways that will favor justice, the return power to the people, and the power of information. Okay? Grand Trine, right? Yes. We've got an air Grand Trine there that's between Venus, Uranus, and Pluto. So, all those elements. And now you can hear the clock chime. So today, okay, so I got that right. Venus is activating the sextiles that make up the cauldron that I talked about yesterday in some wondrous ways. Venus in Libra is reaching out to Uranus and Gemini to make sure the message is heard. Loud and clear. Harmony, unity, and cosmic rules of abundance and attraction are now optimized. It's time. Today's keyword is good. So let's be good about this, okay? Now, the color is a white reflector strip at night. Now, I'm a little unnerved by what I saw on the roads yesterday. Accidents and flat tires, very close to me too. I'm not sure if it was because Mercury was in the Antarctic degree until 1228 yesterday, or if it was due to Uranus or maybe even Mars. Who knows? All I can tell you is that energy was present, especially in the early part of the day. So please, if that continued, just be careful. Mars in Cancer should be a lot more calmer because it's not that Antarctic degree. So by the time you're on the roads tomorrow, you should be having some pretty good. You should be in good stead. Okay. Now, let's talk about what's today. We have Venus trine Pluto. The social changes that Pluto wants, with a question mark. Really? That's coming? They're going to get a little legal boost. And that is all I am saying. Turn up the heat and make that cauldron boil. Venus in Libra opposing Neptune in Aries facilitates the exposure of all things that are trying to remain obscured. Even your things, right? Look, call it legal discovery. Right? Venus in Libra. Scales. It works that way, literally, believe me. Mars is square Venus. So, look, Venus wants Mars to begin digging around in Cancer. That's what Venus would really want. Venus wants the stuff. Like Mars is the ruler of Scorpio. So can't you do your Scorpio things in Cancer, Mars? Mars knows this is a fool's errand, okay? The process begins with self-analysis and actualization. That's our process. That's where we have to be, okay? There's nothing slow about this process, however. It's got to come immediately. And Mars is all about that haste and immediacy, which is why Cancer drives Mars crazy. Even though they're both Mars is the ruler of a cardinal sign, and Cancer is a cardinal sign, but it's just two different kinds of energies that are not as immediate as Mars would like them to be. Now, the moon in Cancer is acting in a cardinal fashion. Oh, she's initiating, right? Yes, the review must be completed. In other words, there's a driver behind today, and there's that heat in the cauldron that we're all feeling, and we're just really trying to bring what it is that we have inside of us up to the surface, so that way we can blossom and flourish and step into what is ours, step into abundance, step into what the universe has in store for us come Wednesday. Now, waiting for it to be shown to you, okay? Your direction has to be known. If you're waiting for it to be shown, That's not sufficient. You're a little bit too late behind that, right? Okay, get your house in order. Okay, honestly, clean, organized, streamline everything that you have. All right, I always try to say that to everybody who will listen to me is just have places for things. Have things where you always put, where you always have habits behind you. So that way, when you go to get something, you're not wasting your time looking for it, because there's nothing worse than looking for your keys when you got to when you got to go out the door. And it happens more times than not, even though I do try to be organized. So just know, your phones, your watches, everything, right? It applies to everything. You got to know where all that stuff is, right? So that when you're ready to create, when you're ready to do the things, when you're ready to float the switches on and put it out there, you know where everything is exactly where it needs to be. All right, so we're going to get ourselves to bed early today. And tomorrow's going to be a pressure cooker of a day. There's a lot of aspects in there, and those lot of aspects are all to do with the sextiles and everything the moon is going to be forming, and we've got a lot of things that are happening in that cauldron. So it's a busy, busy day, and that's just the way it's going to be. Get your rest tonight, right? Look, I suggest you lay some groundwork early, though. That way, because whatever you get done tonight before you turn in a little bit early is going to take the pressure off of you for tomorrow, when tomorrow is a busy, busy, busy day. All right? So we just have to make sure that we're ready for that. And it's going to go well, but you got to make sure you're ready for it, okay? Now, going to keep it short, though, because we got the big one coming up, too. Going to have an episode on the moon. Hopefully we'll get that done. Maybe it'll be released today. By the time you're seeing this, it will already be released as well. So, had a interruption yesterday, so didn't get quite to it, but that's okay. That's all part of the 3D course, 3D job, right? Okay, so in 1846, a U.S. Act of Congress passes establishment of the Smithsonian Institution, now the world's largest museum and research complex. U.S. Congress established that. Right, and our birth is in 1962. It is Suzanne Collins. She's an American author. She is the lady who wrote The Hunger Games. So she wrote that trilogy of books. She also worked on a bunch of Nickelodeon shows. She has other books that are out there. Quite accomplished, and you don't really hear about her that much, but that's okay. That is perfectly fine, right? She's living her best life. 1962, born on this day, Suzanne Collins. Happy birthday, Suzanne. And to all of you out there, let's recap, shall we? Our color is a white reflector strip at night. That white that reflects off of people's clothing or dogs' collars or whatever you want to see. The sides of vehicles. And the color, well, that is the color. And the key word is good, as in good. This is good, and you know it's going to be good. So make it good. And that's all I have for you. Today's a 7. Oh, I appreciate and love every single one of you, too. But thank you so much. Comments and everything like that, I love, love, love them. Now, oddly enough, going back and researching and everything like that and looking at some of the more popular episodes and stuff like that, the black shirts tend to be the most watched. Leave a comment if you think that's true or not, okay? Because that's silly, but it's fun. All right, so today is a 7. Happy astrocatting.